Garry, there is no greater honour than presenting the Premiership Cup. Hopefully you will be doing that. What's the emotion like around that?
Well, it's real. There's no manufactured emotion. It's pretty raw. And when I was asked, I did get emotional. It was, I don't know. I don't think you dare let yourself dream or think that you might have been in a position to hand over a cup to the coach and captain of a club that you love and are so invested in. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. And I'm here in Perth. I understand that we haven't got everyone here, so we're in the right time, in the right spot at the right time. But I'm just representing everyone at home, all the boys that have been texting, and the support's real, and I know how lucky I am to be here.
You spent your whole playing career wanting to win one, striving for one. Does it mean just as much as a supporter now?
Playing in one's the best. I mean, make no mistake about that. To play in one would be the ultimate. But I think we've got at this age now got a greater perspective on what it means to everyone. I think you're a bit more selfish when you're the player, although our boys have been great this time around. But and now I appreciate what it means to the supporter group more, what it means to people who've invested time and money, and your own family that wear their hearts on their sleeves. So all those things probably add up to the fact that I'm going to have a greater understanding of what it means for everyone.
Obviously a 57-year drought. There's a lot of pain that supporters have experienced. Does that add to the special nature of this one for you?
I think so. Pain comes in lots of different forms. The fact that we've been poor from time to time, really poor, the merger situation, the tragic circumstances that has been documented in recent times, and so all of those things add up to, at times wondering whether we'll get the opportunity to contend again, and that's all they've got right now. The boys is the opportunity to contend, and we're really proud and thankful that they have.
You were in the rooms last Friday night. Was that a special moment for you?
Yeah, I'm not a room goer. I've said this a few times. It's just, I don't know, some past players I think sometimes think they're a bit, as an intruder, but I was there to work, so that was sort of forced me in there, and I'm so thankful. And it was a lot different to what we've experienced back home, because all the supporters and the families and the board, everyone that normally gets in and makes it a really raucous atmosphere. There was none of that. The boys were really quiet and, clearly on their phones back to friends and partners and family, but it was mind on the job stuff. So, I was feeling a bit of a different emotion, so you had to sort of stamp it down a little bit.
The nature of your job is often to criticise the club. Has your support ever wavered though?
Never once, but there's been plenty of supporters that have got frustrated with me and angry over the years. And that's why sometimes you got to remain a little bit at length, because there are times when you're going to have to give them a whack. And I think because I love them so much, I probably sometimes judge them even harsher, and I accept that criticism that comes my way. But that's just life. You choose to do this job. You can't, just because you barrack for a team, you can't sort of gloss over stuff. So, no, I know there's some fans over the journey who've said to me that I was being too harsh on them, and I have to live with that.
Have you been surprised by the rapid rise this year, coming from 9th and 17th the year before?
Yeah, I am. Yep, I never saw this coming, so it's the greatest surprise for a footy year. But I mean, once the season got underway and you saw how the way they were playing, and you're able to compare it to what else was going on, we got pretty. I suppose about round 8, you sort of started to think, gee, this is a team who play in a manner that can take them a pretty fair way. But I guess there's a little bit in all of us as Demon supporters that don't want to put it all out there in case it all comes crumbling down, but that's hasn't been the case. They've been superb, just absolutely superb.
The Bulldogs look pretty dangerous against Port Adelaide. Are you at a point where you can say you think we'll take it home this year?
Oh yeah, I think we'll win, but that's just, if I was right every time I tipped, I'd be a wealthy man. But that's my analyst's view on it when I look at it. So I think they're in better form, although the Western Bulldogs on Saturday night was every bit as impressive as what we were Friday night. But I think our boys have probably a bit more settled and solid, but that means nothing. It's just a tip, and I'm tipping with my head in this instance because we know where the heart goes, but they were phenomenal on Saturday, and it just, it didn't put you back on your heels, but it just said, righto, this is a long, long way from over.
Well, I hope your tip is right. Thanks very much for your time, Garry, and we hope to see you on the stage in a couple of weeks' time.
Great pleasure, and to all the Melbourne supporters, We're thinking of him, thinking of you, rather, sorry, who aren't able to get here. It's you guys would understand. We're so lucky to be here, but we are forever mindful of the fact that there's everyone back home. So let's hope we get the result and we can all come together at some stage.